In this video, the first thing I want to acknowledge are your efforts and hard inner work that the energy of 2025 released for us to work with. Yay! For many people, the universal 9 year was difficult and not one to likely be repeated. And I want to thank you at this time for your continued patronage to Egyptian numerology throughout the year. The blessings in disguise were the spiritual trinity portals. The past 3 months, October, November, and December, granted us the 1010, 1111, 1212, and 1221 solstice ascension codes that allowed some much needed grace by which to end this year. These activations have been building a powerful numeric and energetic momentum leading up to the official transfer from a 9 universal year to a number 1 universal year starting January 1st. These ascension codes helped to elevate our vibration, and when our energy is raised, we create more exciting opportunities. Hello and welcome. I am Sara Bachmeier with Egyptian Numerology. I am the leading Egyptian numerologist in North America, and I've published 2 books, Egyptian Numerology, Emergence into the Fifth Dimension, and The Path of a Wounded Healer. Liberation is for the asking. We officially end a universal number 9 year of 2025 and enter the universal energy of the number 1 for 2026 on January 1st. Although it's official on our calendar and our checkbooks, this energy has been slowly building since the autumn-spring equinox that happened last September 22nd. On January 1st, the energetic numeric momentum solidifies into its full power and emerges into the folds of your life, creating a rising pressure used to enhance the areas of your life that you are most focused on. The transfer of a universal 9 to a 1 energy does not happen overnight. We are currently integrating everything the 2025 offered us in the way of spiritual growth and evolution. There is a natural downtime going on right now. We will continue to experience the ebb and flow tides of collective numeric energy throughout the first weeks of the new year and maybe a little bit longer. Most of us are energetically psyched to start a new cycle. So what does that mean for us in our spiritual journey? In this video, I don't want to just bombard you with information regarding the number 1 energy for 2026. I want to show you how this energy works and how to best apply it to your life. As with all spiritual wisdom, you're not going to be learning anything new, no new information, but you are given the keys to unlock your memory. As you may have suspected, the old paradigm for numbers will keep you locked into the matrix. Egyptian numerology does not follow the ordinary and traditional matrix of numbers. It breaks open the confining walls of the third dimension reasoning and opens your soul to a more cohesive understanding of numeric energy that aligns with spirit. It is easy to fall for the fluffy slogans often found associated with the number 1, like new beginnings, leadership, individuality, and unity. Those are all really nice words. And these are standard terms that you can find in almost every numerology website or source of information. We have crossed the threshold of old paradigms concerning what the number 1 means to us today. The number 1 isn't about going somewhere new. We're not going to a new location, a so-called higher dimension in the clouds, but rather we are revealing our true origin towards divinity. And it is a process of becoming, a connection, and it's a calling. Now, I'm not saying that those qualities don't apply to us today. What I mean is that there is so much more, but not in quantity, in quality. So look deeper, because if you are on a spiritual journey, you have already mastered the basic understanding of the number one and are now merging into a higher paradigm where we can put these qualities to use in a more constructive and spiritual way. To understand and work with the number one this year, we explore the raw energy and properties associated with this esoteric numeric symbol. Since this is the first year in the next 9 year cycle, it sets the direction for everything that's going to be coming into your field as a result. The cosmic meaning for the number one this year is alignment, innovation, interdependence, and enhanced intuition, or more like insight on steroids. This year, on January 1st, we enter a new universal year with the angel numbers 111 aligned and ready to serve you. We get the 111 because January is a number one calendar month with the number one calendar day, and 2026 is a number one universal year. When aligned, they become angel numbers 111, which is going to be very significant for us this year. The number one energy of 2026 is a masculine and grounding energy. It reflects our physical body, our life force, vitality, our connection to the planet Earth, and how to be deeply rooted in our purpose, but at the same time fluid in our expression. In my book, Egyptian Numerology Emergence into the Fifth Dimension, I refer to the number one as related to the color red, grounding, our root chakra, inspiration, and the Kundalini awakening. This is important to know because our physical body needs to adjust to a higher frequency, and it all starts from our root chakra. Dragons are a spirit animal for the number one. So, if you're familiar with your dragons, or even if you're not familiar, you can ask the dragons from the four directions to purify and ignite your vital life force and awaken your Kundalini. The symbol of the number one is a straight, unbreakable line, projecting the qualities of alignment. This could be interpreted as many things, but I like to imagine that in its higher state, it refers to becoming aligned with the areas of your life that bring you the most joy. The areas of alignment that make this possible is connection with our mind and our heart, our God self and our shadow self, our masculine and feminine qualities or our nature, and the earthly realm with the spiritual realm. A good way to find a baseline with where you are in alignment with your ascension process is to reflect on what alignment means to you today. How is it significant in your life? What spiritual alignment have you already achieved? And what still needs to be aligned? When you see the numbers 111 this year, know that you are in the process of coming into alignment. The second term in the Numerology of 111 this year is innovation. Although for decades we have been in the process of building new systems within ourselves, which are then reflected in the outside world, it is vital that we continue our efforts in this department. In the process of being innovative, we will often make perceived mistakes or need to make necessary adjustments along the way, because this is just part of the process of creation. Innovation requires trust in divine timing, letting go of control, and flowing where your vision is taking you. A simple definition of innovation means introducing something new. This could be an idea, a method, a product, or a service that creates value, solves a problem, or makes something better. Going beyond just invention to actually applying it successfully in the real world. It's about fresh thinking that leads to real world impact, whether it's a small improvement to your daily life or a major change, whatever you're waiting for or want to create. Applying an innovative style to your life can be as simple as rearranging your daily routine to include an original workout, joining a new group, or starting a new course. You can add new spiritual tools for your study and practice, or improve the quality of food that you consume. You can exercise, read books and movies, and watch movies. Anything that inspires or calls to you. The third quality associated with the number one is the highly advanced and very important energetic quality of interdependence. For several decades, the spiritual journey has taken us through learning about and overcoming codependency and simultaneously gaining independence. All of our efforts in these areas prime us to become interdependent. Now, a side note is that interdependence can only be reached and practiced through mastering the paradigms of codependency and independence. 2026 leads us to developing interdependence in our relationships, our occupations, with our family and friends. What it looks like in our relationships is that we no longer believe that love equals two half people merging into one. In other words, two half people do not make a whole. Interdependence is like a rhythmic dance between two people who hold their center in alignment with their core truth and complement the other through the ebb and flow of give and take without expectations of changing the other or feeling like you need the other person to make you feel complete. Interdependence is two independent people coming together with understanding, respect, compassion, and a vision of creating a beautiful dance or a waltz that unfolds step by step. It's beautiful, isn't it? We will be seeing two independent people or companies coming together to create a higher vision. This type of relationship will not come easy to those who have relied on a power struggle process based on unworthiness. It will take practice, mistakes, stepping on each other's toes, and learning when to take the lead and when it's time to follow. Interdependence is the state of mutual dependence, where two or more people, groups, or things agree to rely on each other for success or to meet their needs. This means that each contributes something, creating a balance in a give and take relationship. The final quality interpretation for the number one is enhanced intuition or achieving insight on steroids. I love that. This occurs when you begin to live a more intuitive life rather than just a logical one. We must learn when to follow our intuition and when to respect logical decisions. This happens when you start tracking signs, symbols, synchronicities, and learn how they interact with your spiritual progress. What is spirit, your subconscious mind, or your higher self trying to show you when a deer crosses your path on the way home, when you find a crow feather on your way to work, when you continually see digital numbers appear throughout your day or week, or when the same topic shows up in a conversation, a song, or while reading a book. I've had a long time saying that if the same thing appears in my field 3 times in a short period of time, that means that I need to pay attention. So learn to acknowledge and give yourself credit when your intuition is on target. Write it in your journal or a note card where you can see it daily. This year, believe that everything that happens, including fate, chances, belong to the law of destiny. Cultivate your eyes to see it, a mind to accept it, a heart to own that everything is magical, necessary, and important. Fate is the idea of a powerful, unavoidable force or destiny that predetermines everything that happens in life, making outcomes inevitable. It's it's what's ordained, or as they say, spoken by the gods, suggesting a destiny beyond human control, often involving chance and fortune. The providence of 2026 depends on how determined you are to make a difference with the qualities offered under the umbrella of a number one universal year. I hope that I've given you some examples that will escort your progress and make it the best year ever. Let me know if you resonate with this information by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting below. You can learn more about Egyptian numerology on my website at egyptiannumerology.org or join our community Facebook group. We'd love to have you. You can now learn how to use Egyptian numerology, including the calculations and the definitions, through several online options that I've recently posted on my website. So check it out if you're interested. I wish all of you a very blessed and grateful new year. Namaste.